morning. Once again, we've got another installment of Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks. And Dr. Beth joins us again on the phone lines on this February the 14th. Good morning, Doctor. How are you?
I'm fine, Mike. How are you?
Doing well. As we get to Valentine's Day, and we've been doing a topic for these last couple of weeks, and it kind of concludes today with our three-part series on relationships. And here we are on Valentine's Day, kind of a good day to hit this final segment and kind of wrap it all up.
Exactly. And I really do hope that the listeners, if they haven't thought about something that they're going to do or say to their loved ones, whether it's their children, friends, or partner, they still have time because we are very early in the morning. So that's good.
Oh, yeah. Everybody right now is like, oh, gosh, today's Valentine's.
Yeah, that's right.
They've just been reminded.
Get out those crayons and make a heart.
You're right.
Well, and you know, I've mentioned a challenge just in general every time. But what happens in relationships, we think, okay, when we first get married, we figure it out and it's done. And then, then we start having children and there's new things, same issues, same challenges in a different setting. And then we think it's done. And then the kids move out of the house and then we think it's done because we face it again. What we need to know is that relationships that are important are worth working on all the time. There is no one and done. We've got it perfect. So for our listeners, I just want to let them know the things that we talked about so far are expectations and assumptions, communication styles, self-awareness and self-knowledge, accountability, independence, decision-making styles. Today we're going to talk about the final three, and it's the best or the hardest sometimes for last. Humility, the ability to tolerate discomfort, and faith. Because of the way we're made and our eyes only look out and we only can feel what's inside our own bodies, especially when we're in a hurry, it's very hard not to think that or act like we're the center of the universe. It's really important that we learn humility, that somebody else can have an entirely different experience at the same event, and theirs can be right as well as ours. So can we accept that difference? Can we accept criticism? I don't like the way you did that or whatever. And can we share the spotlight? Not everybody has to be the front man all the time. Ability to tolerate discomfort. Often there's something that is uncomfortable. Whether it's time, we're jealous of our partner's time because they're spending more time at work, which they're doing for the family or for the relationship, but then we're alone and we don't like it maybe, or they're paying more attention to the kids, or we have to postpone buying something that we want, make do to make sure that the money is there for the family, for the group, for the relationship. And there's many short stories about giving up something for our partner, but that's really when we put our partner first. Not only when we say whatever you hear, but when we live it. So, and then the third one is faith. This is a crazy world. It's gotten crazy during the pandemic, but it's super crazy anyway, and we're not in charge of anything. We can only be in charge of how we respond to our circumstances. We don't pick the weather. We don't pick if the plumbing's going to fail or if somebody's going to lose a job. And so we have to be prepared to react appropriately to life's disappointments when things just happen, or when our partner does something that disappoints us, or when we disappoint ourselves. Any number of things can come up that we need faith that we are going to be able to work it out. And that there's a source bigger and stronger and in charge that we can look to. So keeping all these challenges in mind, Mike, I think, going into more depth if necessary, but keeping these in mind, we can intentionally build relationships with the people around us that are loving and committed.
Well, I hope people were listening today in the last couple of weeks for these all important points, and you can find out more about this. Get all the information you need. Find out even more resources to continue looking into these topics. You can do it all at safeharboril.com. You can go to Safe Harbor and Dr. Beth's Facebook pages and get more information there as well. Or you can call Safe Harbor Counseling, 630-466-8657. And on the website, look for new articles and blogs and listen to old shows if you'd like. It's Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks.